Good morning and welcome to Roxana High School's 77th Homecoming Court speech presentations. The Student Council would like to acknowledge and thank the staff and teachers for their flexibility during homecoming week and to the parents of our candidates for all their support during this process. Also, we would like to give a shout out to our tech department who are helping stream those speeches to the rest of the student body today. I would now like to introduce to you our first King candidate, Brielle Griffin.
Hi. So writing isn't really my thing, so if this is bad, I am so sorry in advance. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Brie. I'm 17, I play golf and softball, I'm stage manager for theater, I'm the cheer manager, and I'm the best drummer the school has. Oh, and if you couldn't tell, I'm kind of cocky. I want to start off by thanking the class of 2023 for voting me up. It's an honor to be up here with some of these other amazing people. Speaking of these amazing people, let's talk about them, shall we? Paxton. Paxton and I aren't very close and haven't been friends for a long time, but there's never a dull moment with him. I can always count on Paxton to have a guaranteed laugh. Paxton can also come out of nowhere and pop off with his outfits when he wants to. I'm glad I can call someone like Paxton a friend. Vote for Paxton. Jackson. Jackson and I aren't extremely close either, but I do know that you can always count on him. He's a crazy good athlete, really smart, and a really good friend. Jackson has the best focus and determination I've ever seen, and he has a great drive for everything he does. Vote for Jackson, Jesus. God. Dawson. Dawson is probably one of the funniest people I've ever met. You can always count on Dawson for just about anything. He's an amazing person, friend, and student. Vote for Dawson. Ty. I've known Ty since preschool. Ty is always right there with either a really good joke or most likely a pretty funny meme that will pretty much make you actually laugh out loud. He is basically a super genius with just about any topic you can think of. Ty is overall a really good friend and student. Vote for Ty. CJ. CJ and I haven't been friends for very long either, but there's never a dull moment with her. She obsessed with BTS, and I really don't get it, especially because I think they all look alike. I will never forget the endless amount of memories I have with CJ from softball. Vote for CJ. Lily. Lily and I got closer last year. Being friends with Lily has shown me that no matter how long you've actually been friends, you can be close, if not closer, than friends who have known each other their whole lives. From going to Lily's before homecoming last year to hanging out this summer by her pool, hanging out with Lily never fails to put a smile on my face. Vote for Lily. Macy. Macy is the most loud and obnoxious person I think I've ever met, but she's also one of my really good friends. I know that I can ask Macy for her opinion on anything, and she will give me the most straight-up answer out there. She can be loud, but she can also be one of the best friends and people you will ever meet in your life. Vote for Macy. Bella. Bella and I have been friends for as long as I can remember. The way most people know Bella is a singing theater nerd who is good at school, and that's pretty much who she is. With a possible hint of ability to be nice, but I've never seen it, so I have no idea what it comes from. Vote for Bella. Kendall. Kendall and I met in preschool. We were friends in preschool, but after that, she moved away until she came back in middle school. We became a lot closer during junior year and have been friends since. To try and describe Kendall in one word is pretty stupid because she is crazy athletic, crazy smart, loving to her family and friends, bossy, sassy, and can give a death stare that could pretty much actually kill you. So vote for Kendall. She might actually stare at you till you die. Now that I've talked about everybody else, let's talk about the most important person here. Me. Duh. I bragged earlier about how I'm the best drummer this school has, and yes, I'm aware of how conceited that sounds, but I really don't care. People usually say I'm not that funny, and by people, I mean Bella, but I personally think I'm hilarious. I'm obsessed with Machine Gun Kelly, and honestly would definitely marry him if I got the opportunity to. I'm kind of a loudmouth, and people say I am pretty blunt, which I believe because I will be straight up with you, especially if I don't like you. I like race cars and dirt tracks, and I'm kind of mad that football is on Fridays because I have to be here instead of at the racetrack. I miss my grandpa more than anything else in the world right now and wish that he could be right here. He could be here right now watching me give this speech and watch me be on court with these amazing people. I'm probably running pretty close to the 5-minute limit right now, so I'm just going to end this by saying a couple more things. Thank you to everyone who voted me up on court and gave me this amazing opportunity. Thank you to my family and friends for believing in me my whole life and being sure to cry on when and if I ever need one. And thank you to all the people who have stayed in my life through everything, through bad and good. So if you don't want to, you really don't have to, but I personally think you should vote Brie for King. Now what do I do? Okay. And now our first Queen candidate is Miss Kendall Camp.
Please excuse the sunglasses, I'm concussed. Okay. Hi guys, my name is Kendall Camp. I want to start this off with a giant thank you to my class, the soon-to-be two-time Spirit Stick champs, the class of 23, for voting me up here. 23 really is such an amazing group of people, and there's so many people that are worthy of standing up here, so I just feel extra blessed and thankful to be able to experience this. I know everyone says that, but honestly, thank you guys so much. While we're on the thank yous thing, I've got to talk about my best friend in the entire world, my mama. Hi, Mom. Some of you guys may know that I've played national level soccer for forever, and I'm committed to play college soccer. And I'm just going to tell you right now that absolutely would not be happening, and it wouldn't be a possibility without everything my parents have put in for me. Everything that I have, everything that I've ever accomplished is because of their love and all the sacrifices they've been willing to make for me. I gave up most of my childhood to play soccer, and they've given up so much to help me chase my dreams. I wasn't able to come to my junior homecoming last year because I was out of town playing soccer, so to be able to be up here talking to all of you guys is just an amazing full circle moment. To all my amazing family and friends, my mama and papa, my nona, and my pa, I love you guys so much. Thank you for everything. My little brother and my little sister are some of the closest people to me, and they're both super excited that I made court. Knox got a new tux for homecoming so that he can dance with me, and he's super happy he gets to skip school to listen to this speech. He heard me talking about being nervous today, and he offered to step in and take my place, so if I get too scared and can't finish, he might step in for me. As soon as I got on court, my best friend and my little mini-me, Carson, immediately started making fun of me, calling me princess around the house and asking if I wear the tiara alone in my bedroom. The answer is no. I only wear it to sleep, and I always take it off in the shower. I know it's boring for all of you, but I have to give a couple of special shout-outs to the people who have had an immeasurable impact on my life as an athlete and as a person while I'm up here. Coach DeVries, Coach Akel, Coach Edwards, and Coach Yates have been, as cheesy as it sounds, or have made me into as cheesy as it sounds, not only the athlete I am, but the person I am when I step out on the field to perform. Thank you guys so much for putting up with me and being patient with me. I know I've been difficult at times. To the core, I'm so happy to be able to experience this with all of you. This is a great group of people, and I'm blessed to get to go through this with you all. Jackson Harris is genuinely one of my best friends ever and has always been a brother to me. Ty and I have been together since we were 3 and going to preschool together. Dawson Kohl is the definition of a day one for me. Like, literally, you know that little room with all the glass windows where you can walk up and see the newborn babies? Me and Dawson were stuck in a glass box together on our first day out. Paxton Osbo is a brat, but moving on. Bree, my amazing escort, thank you so much for being my partner in all of this. I love you. When I was writing this speech, I kept going back and forth on what to write about, and I told myself I wouldn't do the cliche, say nice things, and tell a story about every person on court thing. Some stories are just too good to keep to myself, though. 8th grade volleyball season, we had just won sectionals, and we were going to go to state. We stopped at McDonald's before the 2-hour drive home, and to celebrate, I downed 17 spicy McDonald's Sprites in a 15-minute time span. We left the restaurant and got back on the bus, and I had to pee within 10 minutes. The bus driver refused to stop, and every bump on the road made me pee my pants a little bit more. I finished drinking my 18th cup of Sprite, an empty cup in hand. CJ, Lily, and Macy were right there to hold a blanket up for me so I could pee in the cup, going full speed down 255. My favorite memory of Bella and Mr. Nedemeyer is in honors pre-calc when I was asked what the square root of 49 was, and in front of the entire class, I said 6.5. Mr. Nedemeyer told me we might have to rethink my placement in his class, and after that day, Bella told me she couldn't give me answers anymore because it was ridiculous at this point. It's no secret how I feel about the girls on court. We've all literally fought like sisters at some point, but I'm thankful that we all get to go through this together. We get to be nervous about the same silly stuff like giving these speeches. These girls have definitely made the experience of being up here more interesting and definitely more memorable. Now, to talk about the real princess of Roxana High School, the prettiest princess I've ever seen, Ashton Noble. Thank you for being my biggest supporter, thank you for helping me write this speech, and thank you for being my very best friend. To my gorgeous page, Zeta Pearl, I love you, and thank you for agreeing to do this with me and stick by my side. I know I've talked a lot about everyone else and not a lot about myself, so I thought I would tell you guys just a couple things about me. I'm committed to play Division I soccer in Louisville. My favorite food is tacos. I'm planning on going to med school. My favorite fruit is limes. I drive a stick shift Jeep. I love cherry limeades. I work at a coffee shop. I have 3 wiener dogs. I don't have a favorite color because I can't pick just one. And my favorite show is Game of Thrones. And my mom and dad are going to yell at me for watching that in the first place and definitely going to yell at me for putting that in this speech. Now I'm almost done, but I wouldn't feel right if I got to speak in front of the whole student body for 5 minutes and didn't say anything of substance. I can remember being a freshman, sitting in these seats, listening to the speeches, and they all kind of sounded the same. I feel like it's tradition to give underclassmen advice, and the advice was always the same. Cherish the time you have, be involved, have fun, and above all, be kind. I thought those speeches were cliche and sounded dumb, but standing here in their shoes now, there's no better advice that I can give you. I blinked as a freshman and woke up a senior. My advice, beyond the words that you've heard 100 times already, is, like everything else, high school is temporary. This 4 years is a mere snapshot of what your life will be. In a year, no one is going to care which one of us was homecoming queen, and then in 5, no one's going to remember it all. No one will remember the clothes you wore, the pictures you posted, the grades you got, but people will always remember how you made them feel. Live your life so that when people think of you and how you made them feel, they have more to say about you than that you didn't know the square root of 49. Our next king candidate is Paxton Osbo.
What's up, fam squad? I got 4% on my computer, so let's hope it doesn't die. I'd first like to give a huge thanks to everyone who voted me up on the court and bought a shirt from me, or anyone who supported me in general. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that you have all allowed me to experience, and while it's definitely been one of the most nerve-wracking things I've done, I appreciate every one of you more than you can know. I can especially appreciate my mom. She has done so much for me and always been there for me when no one else was. She's been a huge help with everything regarding homecoming and has been my biggest supporter since day one. So shout out to my mom. Don't know what I'd do without you. Another person I'd like to thank is my girl, Kaylin Dixon, aka Shorty. You always bring out the best in me and have been a real one for as long as I can remember. There's many more people I'd like to show some love to, but I'm trying to make this short and sweet. So moving on. I can remember sitting up in the big gym my freshman year watching everyone give their homecoming speeches and thinking to myself, man, that could never be me. There's no way I'd ever talk in front of the whole school. Well, here we are, I guess. Never thought in a million years that I would be up here doing this. But as I think back over the years, I think about how much everything has changed. I mean, everything is different. But as we all know, that's just a part of growing up that we all have to accept. Now I want to say a few things about everyone on court with me here. Ty, you are so incredibly talented with everything you do, whether it's sports, school, cooking, or learning to play a new instrument what seems like every week. You go all out with everything you do, and I can respect it. You have been a lifelong friend like no other. It seems like any time we kick it, we always find a way to make it as fun as possible. Ty is the type of person that will always be brutally honest with you, even if that means he hurts your feelings a little bit. But that's all the more reason everyone needs a friend like Ty in their life. Dawson, the man, the myth, the legendary wrist spitter himself. You're really just the most down-to-earth person I know, and I've always been a shoulder to lean on no matter what you have going on. I, as well as many others, appreciate your selflessness and ability to always lighten the mood. Bree, even though we aren't as close as I may be with some of the other people up here, you've always been a great friend to have. Your contagious laugh, goofy personality cheers me up every time I talk to you. Also, a big thanks to you and your mom for helping with the tuxes. Wacky Jack, you're like a brother to me. Just being around you radiates joy and makes my day. I feel like I can never be serious around you, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But regardless, we've been in every class. Oh, wait. No, I messed that up. Regardless, it's the truth. We've been in every class, every science class since freshman year together. And without a doubt, you made them classes for the books. Even though we spent most of our time playing Rocket League or laughing until we were crying. Sorry, Miss Fleming. All right. Your always positive attitude and kindness towards others doesn't go unnoticed, and that's why you're up here today. All you guys mean the world to me, and I cherish every second that we've got to spend it with each other throughout the years. I would say some things about the girls, but as I sit here at midnight typing this speech the day before it's due, I really just don't want to. But I hope all of you know I'm very happy to have lived my high school years with you all, and we all made a lot of very good memories together that I'll never forget. In all honesty, even though winning King would be pretty sweet, I'm just very grateful for this opportunity that you have all given me, and I'll be happy with any one of these gentlemen being crowned. Psych, Bankman for King, #win. And our next Queen candidate, Baldwin.
Hi, guys. So, hello, fellow classmates, friends, and family. For those who don't know me, my name is Bella Baldwin. I would like to start off by saying thank you to Mrs. Montgomery, Student Council, and the other faculty for allowing us to have this opportunity to celebrate. We truly could not be here without their support. Speaking of support, I would also like to thank my escort Paxton, my page Sarah, my parents, my friends, and the class of 2023. I'm extremely grateful for everyone here today, and especially the class of 2023 for allowing me this opportunity. Now it's time for the best part, me. Despite my awful public speaking, my passions happen to include theater and choir. At our school, I am our Thespian Troupe 556 president and a member of our vocal ensemble. I would like to give a big thank you to all the students and staff involved in these. I could not imagine where I would be today if it weren't for all of their love and support. Along with theater and choir, I'm also a member of our National Honor Society, Stream Team, Spanish Club, Book Club, History Club, and a student ambassador. In my free time, I enjoy reading, singing, and volunteering. Now, enough about me. No one wants to listen to me rave about the rest of the court, and neither do I, so I'm not going to. I will, however, add that it is an honor to be on court with some of the best people I know. To end my speech, I would like to give some advice to the other classes, to the juniors. This year is going to be tough for most of you, like it was for us, but cherish it. Make as many memories as you can. You're next, after all. To the sophomores, although it may seem like 2 years is a long ways away, it will be here before you know it. Don't slack off and work as hard as you can. Your senior self will appreciate it. And finally, to the freshmen, I know you will hear this a million times this year, but these next 4 years will truly fly by. Take your time, make friendships, get out of your comfort zone, join a club, play a sport, whatever will make you happy. Don't let others get in the way of your happiness, and as Mrs. Falloon would say, don't be afraid to take risks. That's it. Our next King candidate is Dawson Kohl.
Oh my God. Wow. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dawson Kohl. It's surreal standing here right now, giving this speech. I remember when my older brother, Adam Kohl, was doing the same exact thing. We've all came a long way, and I've seen a lot of people grow up, and people around me continue to make me proud, including my cousin Ava Cherry. Ava, I'm proud of you. I remember as a kid at every single family gathering, we'd always talk about being able to experience high school together. Now here we are. I'm excited to still see you grow into such an amazing young woman you are. You never fail to make me smile or anyone around you. Never stop being yourself. Alongside that, I would like to give a special shout out, super duper extra special shout out to 4 very important people. Matthew. I don't even know where to start. One thing I love about you is how kind-hearted and genuine you are. You were never afraid to be different. You always set the bar so high and continue to chase whatever you're passionate about. Your hunger to better yourself is a very rare trait that not many people have. Although the outcome might not be as well as you expected, you've never changed. You kept going. You continue to be Matthew. I believe in you. I'm excited to see what we continue to do after high school. Paxton. We have always clicked together no matter where we went in life. You have my utmost respect for that. Your charisma, passion, and love for one another is unmatched. Your potential to change the world is far more capable than you could ever imagine. I hope you continue to be yourself. I've never met anyone like you. You and Matthew have always had my back since I can remember. I would risk my all for the 2 of you if it ever came down to it. Macy. I'm glad I was able to be your escort. You have a different type of strength for being able to put up with my shenanigans on a day-to-day basis. I appreciate that we have gotten closer recently. Thank you for everything. Most importantly, my mom. One day when I was feeling sick, I remember you bought me a ham sandwich with no honey mustard on it, with a note that said, "Love you, Mommy." Ever since that day, it's been on the back of my phone case. Now it's tattooed on my wrist. I want to say thank you for always telling me what I need to hear, not necessarily what I want to hear. You always know what's best for me. Your ability to nurture and be so optimistic is something I will never be able to comprehend. It's truly a gifted talent. You're someone I constantly look up to every single day. No matter where I go in life, I will make you proud. I know after this speech, you're probably going to give me a big hug and pinch my cheeks while you call me your little baby pinguino. I love you, Mom. I've been attending Rock Center High School for my entire life, and I wouldn't want to call any other place home. I've made many memories here at RHS, and it's a bittersweet feeling knowing it's coming to an end. I will forever be grateful and continue to cherish all the memories I've ever made. Thank you, guys. And our next Queen candidate, Macy Cartwright.
Okay, whew, now that I'm standing up here, I realize I didn't write that much. Okay, homecoming definition from Google. A high school, college, or university game, dance, or other events to which alumni are invited. Homecoming is much more than just a game or dance. It's about friendship, love, excitement, and it even gives many people something to look forward to. From sparkly dresses to scuffed up heels, homecoming always brings people together, whether it's on the dance floor or the ceremony. In this case, those two are the same. Anyway, my name is Macy, for those who don't know me. Just a few things about myself are that I played volleyball for half my life, I do theater, and I love BTS. I do want to say that Lily, CJ, and Dawson, I wouldn't want anyone else to be standing up here with me. Lily, you've been my girlfriend for 4 years, even if Evan says otherwise. I wish we could go back to freshman homecoming where we slowly danced our way into the crowd. CJ, no matter what court we're on, volleyball or homecoming, you never fail to remind me that my life's in danger. I really hope I live long enough to share this, and if I ever go missing, you all know who it is. Dawson, you never fail to make everyone laugh, and this has been such a fun experience with you. I'm so glad you're my escort. I would talk about everyone on court, but the student council has limited me to 5 minutes, so I want to thank all of you for making Homecoming 22 one of the best I've ever had. Homecoming may mean absolutely nothing to many of you, but for me, I'll always cherish these memories with some of my best friends. Everyone always says that if you won't care about it in 5 years, you shouldn't care about it now. Unfortunately, homecoming's probably going to be one of the biggest things in my life. In 5 years, some of you will probably have a dog, a house, a significant other, and if you see yourself with a kid, I apologize in advance. For the freshmen, I may not seem like much to look up to, but when I tell you to take your time, please do. 4 years ago, I never would have imagined that I'd be standing up here talking to all of you, but here I am, and it feels like the blink of an eye. In the past 4 years, I felt happiness, sadness, fear, excitement, and much more walking through these halls. But looking back, I would do it all over again. So if you listen to anything I've talked about, then listen to that because you'll be up here as soon as you know it. Lastly, thank you to everyone, class of 2023, my family, my friends, Marley, everyone. Thank you all for staying awake, and Mac for Queen. And our next King candidate, Mr. Ty Schmidt.
Give me a second. Hello, everyone. I'm up here, yeah. Woo. Okay. And according to Miss Robbins, I gotta start this off with a bang. So let's play a game. 2 truths and a lie. Number 1, I'm South Korean. Number 2, I totally love BTS. It's my favorite genre of music. Like, I would rather listen to nothing else other than BTS all day, every day. And number 3, I may or may not have an entire bottle of mustard. I'll let you figure that one out. Okay. Anyways, my name is Ty, or the Asian sensation, and well, I hate to say it, but we are rapidly approaching the end of the school year. Although it's just the beginning of the year, it comes very quickly, and I think my fellow seniors will agree. So don't be a dummy and try to have some fun, well, whatever fun is to you. Whether it be getting attacked by giant mosquitoes, or like mutated mosquitoes, practicing every day, going to football games, and of course the soccer games. You can't forget about the soccer games. Just have some fun and don't be dumb. Anyways, there's not much to say about my school life. That was pretty normal, I think. Just look at me. I mean, when it said RBF, where you look angry, annoyed, I have that RAF, or resting agent face, where I look like I get good grades and can barely see. By the way, if you can't tell, like, I can't make fun of the fine individuals up here, so I'm gonna make fun of myself. But let's talk about them. Let's start off with Macy. There's not much to say other than she's the most BTS obsessed person I know. And I'm surprised she hasn't flown out to Korea herself and found all my fellow Koreans. Next is Lily, my birthday buddy, if you didn't know. Lily is the biggest stressor when it comes to grades, and she actually starts stressing me out about grades somehow. And also, she beats me as Evan Wells' #1 fan. It's disappointing. And next is Kendall. Kendall and I have been to the same preschool together, and yeah, that's about it. Also, she would obliterate me in soccer. Let's skip over that part. Okay. CJ. CJ and I bring that extra diversity to the court. That's all I'm gonna say. Bella, honestly, I don't know much about Bella other than she's a genius. Now the Kings. Wacko Jacko. This dude is literally a sweat factory with the amount of sweat coming off of it first hour. I see heat waves radiating off his shirt while he looks at me and goes, "What'd you get?" You know? Next is Brielle. We've also been going to the same preschool together, which is pretty cool. She's a musical genius, and then she's one of the bros. Next is Paxton. He's my best friend. I'm basically him, but darker and out of shape. This part, I don't know, whatever. I'm gonna say it. Dawson, I love you, but I've seen his butt more than I've seen my own. Everyone will agree. Everyone will agree. And moving on, I'll give some wisdom to the freshman, sophomore. There are 3 C's of life. The first is confidence. There's so much you can do when you stop caring about what people think and just do it. Next is commitment. When you start something, just do it. And last is character. Just make sure to be yourself and don't ever go back on it. I was gonna say a little bit more, but I gotta keep it PG because PG-13 is really pushing the line. Anyways, let's talk about me because I'm up here. I'm pretty gosh darn good at spelling my name quickly. I know, surprising. 2 letters, I make up the 1% of the Asian population of Roxana. Shout out to the other homies, but that's pretty cool. You could say I'm Hong Se-young from Squid Game, but yeah, I don't like that one, but I put that one in today. And here's the 3 hardest things for me to say. Number 3, I love you. Now, I think everyone will agree. That one's pretty difficult to say. Number 2, Worcestershire sauce. And the number 1 hardest thing for me to say, if you can't tell, is thank you. So if I ever just go be like, hey, papa, and then I don't say thank you, I'm not doing it on purpose. I think I'm pretty forgetful. If you can't tell, I tried to make this a little funny, but it was honestly kind of crap. I revised this paper a good 30 times and tried to make it work. But from the bottom of my heart, I thank everyone that interacted with my life, whether it be my mom, dad, uncle, and teachers, friends. You guys shaped me into who I am today. So if you want to vote for me, I'll say thank you right now, but maybe not later. But before ending this crappy speech, I would like to quote one of the greatest achievers in history, Helen Keller. Okay, our next Queen candidate, CJ Ross.
Okay. Hello, everyone. So, I'm going to be completely honest. I wrote this speech at the last minute, like the day before it was due. But if you don't know me, my name is Shuri Ross. I'm more known by my nickname CJ, or maybe I'm known for looking mean or being intimidating. But to be completely honest, how could you be intimidated by someone who's 5'2" and a half? Gotta add that. If you'd ask my friends, I'm far from a serious person, more very sarcastic, and if you don't know by now, you usually shouldn't take me seriously, unless it's in volleyball. You can ask Jenna or Destiny. Or just look at my homecoming shirt, Rossi Bossy. Bossy Rossi, oh my gosh. Okay, since I'm talking about the shirts, let me start by thanking everyone who's bought one. It means a lot and makes this experience even more fun than it already is. Secondly, I'd like to thank my friends in the class of 23 for voting me up on court. I can't wait to experience this amazing week with you all, and of course, leave with the spirit stick once again. Most importantly, I want to thank my family for constantly hyping me up. Constantly hyping me up. Where is it at? And making me feel good about myself, sorry. They're 100% my biggest supporters, and I wouldn't be here to accomplish the things that I'm doing today, especially without my grandparents. Of course, I'd also like to thank all the wonderful people on court for making this experience less stressful and more fun. An extra shout out to Ty. Thank you for being my escort and helping add spice to the court, as he'd say. I know it wasn't easy dealing with my indecisiveness, but wait. I can't forget to mention my best friend, the blonde to my brunette, Destiny Volstecki. Thank you for walking into my life and changing it for the better. And last but not least, she probably thinks I forgot to mention her, JC Humphreys. Thank you for agreeing to be my page and always putting a smile on my face, especially when you scream my name in a high-pitched tone every time you see me. Now, I could go on and talk about every single person on court because I most definitely have some stories, but that would take forever. So I'm just going to mention some people. Lily. I know she might say different, but we 100% knew we were best friends the day I walked on the bus, and we were both wearing a tie-dye unicorn shirt from Justice. And Macy. Even though we aren't still screaming at each other on the volleyball court, girl still struggles with knee problems, so don't be surprised if you see a black knee pad under her dress when she bows. And the King candidates. Yeah, I think my speech would get red flagged if I told some stories about them, so I'm gonna move on. I'm just gonna keep this speech short and simple because I don't really like standing up in front of crowds and talking about myself and so on. So the last thing I have to say is vote Rossi Bossy for Queen and have a good day. What? What are we doing? Okay.
All right, so we're going to take a little bit of a break before we move on to the next candidate because everyone's going to be switching up classes. So, yeah, just have fun, guys. Lots. Look at the white thing. In the middle. Oh, yeah, look right there. Yeah, just announce Jackson, yeah.
All right, everybody. So we're going to start right back up with the speeches. And our next king candidate will be Mr. Jackson Harris.
This thing still on? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to let the people in the back sit down real quick so they can hear everything. Always thinking ahead. All right, I think I'm ready. Well, I'm Jackson Harris. Come this Saturday night, you can just call me King Jack. But when Sunday morning comes up, you can just call me Jackson Harris. So I know a lot of you already know who you're going to vote for and all, which is completely understandable. But if you don't know who you're going to vote for, you can go ahead and ask my mom. My mom thinks you should vote for me, since according to her, I've always been kind of known as a nice guy about everybody. And for those who know my mom, know she's a pretty nice and smart lady, so you can listen to her. Now, I still won't ever forget my freshman homecoming, sitting there thinking to myself, how can anyone ever do this? Not knowing that eventually I'd have to do this, and man, this is a lot harder than you would think. So I still won't forget listening to the hilarious speeches, participating in class events where my senior class actually, they got handed the senior stick, the spare stick, instead of actually earning it, like we had to do our junior year. So I remember watching the exciting football game and then the dance with the amazing DJ where everyone just kind of jumps up and down and screams until you can't anymore. And a little advice for anyone new to homecoming, please wear extra deodorant because you get sweaty, you get hot, and it's terrible. It really is. And and some advice for the boys, try to get a hold of one of those nice undershirts that are supposed to absorb your sweat. I learned that the hard way freshman year. I had sweat dripping all the way to my toes. And I was always jealous hearing about all the great memories from everybody, my senior class. But trust me, freshmen, there's tons of memories coming, especially this Friday night, coming to the football game, and this Saturday night where you can watch me be crowned. So I don't mean to bore you or anything, but I do have some people I have to thank. Starting off my parents, the amount of time, effort, and money my parents have put invested in my life, I couldn't be more appreciative. And the amount of love I feel on a daily basis helps fuel me every day to push harder and harder through difficult situations. You guys are always there for my beckoning call, and I'm going to say the cliche thing that I wouldn't ask for anybody else to mentor me through this life. Next, I'd like to thank my girlfriend, Kinsley, who's sitting right there. You guys going to look at her real quick? Because she hates being put on the spot, but that's too bad because I'm currently on the spot and I don't like it that much. So if you don't know Kinsley like I do, she really is one of the happiest people I know. She's always open to help anyone to her capability, and if she can put a smile on my arrogant face, I know she can do it just about every single person. So I know this whole homecoming stuff has honestly only been possible because of her and her wonderful family. Y'all can't laugh at me. I know I couldn't have done it myself, and the amount of time she has put into designing shirts, collecting forms and money, and helping me write this speech has made it possible for me to stand up here and talk about how amazing she truly is. So thank you, Kinsley, for putting up with me every single day. I'd also like to thank any coach and teacher who has helped shape me into the person I am and who I am still to become. There's a lot of you, so I can't go into much detail, but just know my gratitude couldn't be shown enough. The last group of people I truly want to thank is my football team. Are these guys not amazing or anything? Look at them. So much potential over there. And if I'm being honest, I didn't think I would be a part of this team this year, but I'm super glad I am. The bond these boys have with one another is like no other, and every single guy puts in so much work to make us a successful team. So I actually had planned to speak in front of the entire school, like what we did my freshman year. But if you're on the football team, can you go ahead and stand up? See, the senior boys are actually standing up, so people in the classroom, I know I can't see you, but I'm about to trust you that you guys are actually standing up. So these are what football is actually about. This is what Roxana football is, and I'm so proud of every single one of them. And now, if you're on the football team and single, if you're single, you need a girlfriend, go ahead and stand back up. Come on, I see some in there. Go ahead and stand up. All right, but if you're in the classroom, I'm going to trust that you're still standing up. So if you got anybody in the classroom looking around and see a single football player who needs a girlfriend, go ahead and wipe that boy up. Because I know there's a lot of them, because I'm on the team too, so there's a lot of you single fellas out there. But now, what's the right way to end the school week than with the biggest extreme team Roxana's ever seen? So go ahead and show up, be loud, be proud, and then even more loud as we kick the crap out of Salem. As we kick the crap out of Salem? Yes, sir. I like it. Thank you, guys. So even if I win or if I lose, thank you to everyone who voted me up for this court. The class of 2023 truly is a class to remember, from winning the Spirit Stick our junior year to winning the Spirit Stick and Powder Puff our senior year. Because it's kind of crazy to think about it. No class I don't remember has ever won a Spirit Stick back-to-back years, but about to make history come this Friday. All jokes aside, to end things off, I could stand up here and talk about each individual candidate and their impact on my life. Truth is, yes, they have made my life a blast, and each and every candidate are some of the best humans I've ever met. That is one of the reasons they're up here right now, right? But I'm trying to win this thing. I'm not going to help campaign for them and tell you wonderful people to vote them when you can just put a check next to my name and vote me. So lastly, homecoming night is about everyone, about Roxana High School and our school spirit. It's not about the 10 homecoming candidates, but for every single one of us in this school. For some of us, it's the last night of homecoming maybe ever. So I'm asking you, well, actually, not me, because my girlfriend's a junior, so I'll be back no matter what. So I'm asking you to vote me so I can be your returning king, and you can see me in a fly tuxedo again next year, since I'm already coming back. But let's have one of the best nights ever. So I love you all, and vote me, Jackson Harris, king for a night, show for life, baby. Woo! Yes, sir. So our last speech candidate, Lily Daugherty.
Okay. Yes. The only right way I can think of to start this speech is to let you all know that I do not enjoy giving presentations, reading aloud, and I certainly do not like standing at the front of the classroom on the first day of school to tell my new classmates about myself. But here I am standing in front of you all about to explain why you should vote for me to be your new 2022 homecoming queen. But before I get to that, I'm going to do all the thank yous first. Dad, for making fun of me every step of the way during this process. Mom, for telling Dad to shut his mouth every time he made fun of me during this process. My wonderful 5-star football player boyfriend, Evan Wells, who gets me ice cream whenever I'm having a bad day. My sister, who I guess looks just like me because I swear I get called Daisy more often nowadays than I get called Lily. My grandparents for lending me their credit card this month, and all of my friends, specifically Kim Tables 5 and 6. My escort, Jackson Harris, who has put up with me for the last couple of weeks and who has been absolutely wonderful to work with. He's patient, kind, thoughtful, and even a little sarcastic at times, but he's a great escort, and he'd be a great king, too. My page, Jenna Pruitt, who has done everything I've asked of her and who has kept a smile on my face this whole time. She's been nothing but sweet, funny, kind, and extremely helpful. Love you, sugar. Okay, aside from all the wonderful people in my life, let's get to the more important stuff. My shirt. So for those of you who have had questions, my nickname is Lil Pickle, and it has been for about 6 years now. It's actually my Snapchat username. I don't really know why or how I came up with it, but over the course of time, everyone started to call me Lil Pickle, or Lil P for short. Pickles even became a very popular gift to get me, according to fellow Queen candidate CJ, who has never failed to get me a homemade jar of pickles every year for my birthday. Okay, so why should you vote for me? I'm a great driver, not as great as Ava Meneses, though. It was a little over a year ago whenever I wrecked my car into my garage. How does that even happen? I don't really know myself. If you want the answer to that, you should ask my father, who kept telling me to turn the wheel even though I knew I was already way too close to the side of the garage. Thanks, Dad. Okay, aside from all the silliness, if you're sitting here uncertain about who you should vote for, or even if you know who you're voting for, here's why I think you should put a check mark next to my name. What is Homecoming Queen all about? Being up on homecoming court is about staying true to yourself throughout the entire process. It's not about being nice to people the month of September just so they'll vote for you to win. It's about being nice to people all the time, whether you're running for queen or you're not. If I talk to you today, if I talked to you yesterday, or even last week, I will still talk to you after this is all over, whether I win or I don't. Being up here doesn't change the fact that I am who I am, and it doesn't change the people that I talk to. Being queen is just as much about being pretty on the inside as the outside. Take a look at me, for example. I wear sweatpants and a sweatshirt to school almost every single day. Not today, of course, but that's because I was told I wasn't allowed to. You shouldn't vote for someone to be queen because they dress nice or because they're extremely pretty, because we're all extremely pretty, even the guys are. You should vote for someone based on the way they treat you and the way they treat others. Being up here isn't also about everyone having know who you are. It's about people liking you for you, and that is exactly what I've done. Throughout this amazing experience, I've simply been myself, because if I do deserve to win, I want to win because people like me for who I am. So to wrap it all up, don't be fickle and vote for Lil Pickle.
Where'd it go?
I don't know where it went.
Where'd it go?
So one of our lovely candidates has accidentally taken my script, so I'm gonna freeball this one. I'm not sure who it is. Hey, never mind. I have a script now. So that concludes the 2022 homecoming speeches. Students, the voting ballot will be online on your class email and available when you return to class. Just a reminder to dress up for the rest of the Spirit Week themes. Tuesday will be Decades Day, Wednesday will be Adam Sandler Day, Thursday will be Safari and/or Jungle Day, and Friday you'll have to make sure to wear your class shirt and colors. Also, please join us for the rest of the homecoming festivities that are this week. Taking place is Thursday, the parade and bonfire. Friday will be our Color Wars pep rally to get ready for a big homecoming football game. Thank you for all of the friends and family who came to support these 10 candidates. And if you would please make sure to continue watching, Miss Macy Cartwright has something to say. All right, so that is the real conclusion to our speeches, and I hope everyone had a great time listening. Make sure to vote, and yeah, these are our lovely candidates, guys.
All right, seniors, this concludes the assembly. You are good to head to second hour. You'll not be marked tardy, but if you could make your way to second hour, that would be great. Don't forget when you get second hour, you are voting.